Around the world, people drink alcohol in completely different ways. In some places, you're not allowed to pour your own drink. In others, you might have to finish an entire glass in one toast, or drink from a giant beer boot. These traditions might look strange at first, but most of them have fascinating stories behind them. So today, I'll show you some of the weirdest drinking traditions from around the world. Russia, the art of the vodka toast. In Russia, drinking vodka is rarely a casual activity. It's usually part of a social ritual that revolves around toasts. Before anyone drinks vodka, someone at the table typically stands up and gives a toast. And these aren't quick cheers moments. The toast can be thoughtful, humorous, or even philosophical. The first toast is often dedicated to friendship or the gathering itself. Later toasts might honor family, love, or memories. Another unspoken rule is that once a bottle of vodka is opened, it should usually be finished during that gathering. Leaving an unfinished bottle behind is sometimes considered bad luck. This tradition turns drinking into something much more meaningful, a shared moment rather than just a drink. Germany, the giant beer boot. Germany is famous for its beer culture, but one of its strangest traditions involves drinking from a giant glass shaped like a boot. This glass is called a Bierstiefel, which literally translates to beer boot. The tradition is especially popular during celebrations and festivals where friends challenge each other to finish the entire boot filled with beer. But the shape of the glass creates a unique problem. As the drinker reaches the end, a pocket of air trapped inside the boot suddenly rushes upward. If the glass isn't tilted correctly, that air bubble pushes the beer forward, often splashing directly onto the drinker's face. Experienced drinkers know the trick. Slowly rotate the boot to release the air gradually. Fail to do that, and you might end up wearing your drink instead of finishing it. Japan, never pour your own drink. Japanese drinking culture places a strong emphasis on respect and attentiveness. When people gather to drink sake, pouring your own drink is considered impolite. Instead, friends and colleagues pour drinks for each other. If someone notices your glass is empty, they'll usually refill it before their own. This tradition is meant to encourage people to pay attention to those around them. It reinforces the idea that drinking is a shared social experience rather than an individual one. South Korea, the two-hand rule. South Korea has some of the most structured drinking etiquette in the world. When someone older or of higher status offers you a drink of soju, you're expected to accept it using both hands. Using two hands shows humility and respect toward the other person. There's also another tradition when drinking with elders. Many younger people slightly turn their heads away when taking a sip. This gesture might seem unusual to outsiders, but in Korean culture, it's a subtle sign of politeness. Hungary, the no clinking rule. In most countries, clinking glasses before drinking is a universal symbol of celebration. But in Hungary, many people avoid clinking glasses when drinking beer. The story behind this tradition dates back to the 19th century. After a Hungarian revolution was defeated, Austrian soldiers were said to have celebrated by clinking their beer glasses. In response, Hungarians supposedly vowed not to clink beer glasses as a sign of protest. While the tradition has faded over time, many people still follow it today out of respect for that historical memory. Spain, 12 grapes for good luck. New Year's Eve in Spain includes one of the most unusual drinking traditions in the world. As the clock strikes midnight, people eat 12 grapes while drinking sparkling wine known as cava. Each grape represents 1 month of the coming year, and finishing all 12 grapes before the final chime is believed to bring good luck. The challenge is that the clock chimes quickly, meaning people must eat the grapes rapidly while keeping up with the countdown. For many families, the tradition is both chaotic and fun. Ireland, buying rounds. In Irish pubs, ordering drinks often follows a tradition known as the round system. Instead of everyone buying their own drink individually, one person buys drinks for the entire group. Later, another person buys the next round. This pattern continues throughout the night, ensuring that everyone contributes equally. Skipping your turn to buy a round is generally frowned upon, so the system relies on mutual trust among friends. Georgia, the Supra Feast. Georgia has one of the oldest wine cultures in the world, and their drinking traditions revolve around large feasts known as supras. During these gatherings, guests drink wine while listening to ceremonial toasts delivered by a toastmaster called the tamada. The tamada controls the entire rhythm of the feast. Each toast may honor family, ancestors, friendship, or even philosophical reflections about life. These feasts can last for hours, turning a simple meal into a deep cultural celebration. China, the ganbei toast. In China, drinking often includes the phrase ganbei, which roughly translates to dry the glass. When someone proposes a ganbei toast, they expect everyone at the table to finish their drink completely. This tradition is especially common during banquets and celebrations. The drink often involved is baijiu, a powerful distilled spirit known for its strong aroma and high alcohol content. Czech Republic, the eye contact rule. In the Czech Republic, there's a very specific rule when clinking glasses of beer. Everyone must maintain eye contact while making the toast. According to local superstition, failing to maintain eye contact could bring 7 years of bad luck. While people often joke about it, many still follow the rule automatically. Mexico, tequila rituals. In Mexico, tequila drinking often follows a well-known ritual involving salt and lime. The traditional method is simple. First, lick the salt, then drink the tequila, and finally bite into a slice of lime. The combination helps balance the strong flavor of the tequila. Although this ritual became famous internationally, many tequila enthusiasts in Mexico actually prefer to sip high-quality tequila slowly instead. Sweden, saying skål. In Sweden, before anyone drinks, everyone raises their glasses and says skål, which means cheers. But there's a small sequence to follow. First, people make eye contact with each person at the table. Then they take a sip. And finally, they make eye contact again afterward. The tradition adds a small but meaningful ritual to the moment. Mongolia, the airog offering. In Mongolia, a traditional drink called airog is made from fermented mare's milk. When offered this drink, some people dip a finger into the cup and flick droplets into the air. This act is meant as a symbolic offering to nature or the spirits. It reflects Mongolia's deep cultural connection to the natural world. Ethiopia, drinking honey wine. In Ethiopia, honey wine known as tej plays an important role in celebrations. Tej is often served in a special round-bottom glass called a birele. The drink is slightly sweet and has been part of Ethiopian culture for centuries, often enjoyed during weddings and festivals. Drinking traditions around the world reveal how deeply culture shapes even the simplest social activities. What might seem unusual in one country often carries centuries of meaning in another. And these traditions remind us that drinking has never just been about the drink itself. It's about connection, celebration, and the stories people share around the table.